Did I really buy the Damier Ebene Speedy 3 times? Hi and very welcome. My name is Mary. This is my channel Lumi Level Up and I'm a luxury lover on an average income trying to be more mindful with my money. And maybe when you hear that story, you understand why I have to try to be more mindful with my money. Because today we will have a little chit chat about the Louis Vuitton Speedy in Damier Ebene, which I recently purchased for the 3rd time. So this video is a little update on my handbag collection and why I bought that bag over and over again and why I recently just have one to show you. It might sound somewhat absurd to some, to others it might sound absolutely reasonable, because we know there are different sizes, different variations with or without a shoulder strap. So Speedy Damier Ebene isn't Speedy Damier Ebene, even though mine twice has been the exactly same style and size. The Speedy 35 without the shoulder strap. So exactly this one. But first things first. I bought my very first Speedy in Damier Ebene in the 35 size, probably 2017-2018. Because I felt like I want to have the classic canvas Speedy trifecta. I went on the preloved hunt because I wanted to score a bargain. I was not willing to pay full price on that bag because I already knew that I wouldn't get a ton of use out of it because I do not even wear my monogram one that much, but I just wanted to own it. So I waited until a bargain came up on Vestiaire Collective. And I think I got the first one for around 400 euro, maybe 420. But there was a little catch. It was listed as very good condition with some slight wear on the corners. I thought I would be fine with it, so I went for it. And then I received a bag that did not just have scuffed corners, but on top of that a really strong smell of weed. There was no smell mentioned in the description whatsoever. So probably, therefore, I could have easily returned it, but I kept it because I thought maybe I can get rid of that smell. And other than that, I was really happy with the price point. I had no doubts that it is an authentic bag, but the previous owner most definitely enjoyed to smoke some natural substances in the apartment where that bag has been stored, and it picked it all up. I tried to unscent that bag with different methods. But of course, whilst I was doing so, the period for complaints to Vestiaire Collective expired. To speed it up, I wasn't successful with getting rid of the scent, and therefore I was stuck with a smelling bag, which I wouldn't have been comfortable to wear at all, because everyone would have gotten the impression that it's my smelly weed bag. And especially when going to the office using the Speedy as a work bag, that was not the impression I wanted to give. I didn't want to immediately sell it either, because I wanted to own the Speedy trifecta. Crazy me. So I kept watching out for another one to replace my weed bag. And since there are Speedies out there like sand on the beach, of course one day I was successful and I found that beauty. Yet again a Speedy Damier Ebene size 35 in perfect condition for around 500 euro. Probably it was still the same year as when I got the smelly one. But I was willing to pay 100 more on that bag, because this one was in perfect condition and it was sold in my area, so I was able to meet up with the woman that sold it, inspected that bag, and it even came with the invoice. And buying that bag finally gave me peace to let go of my smelly weed bag. I listed the other one on eBay Marketplace and Vinted with a very detailed description and what was my issue with that bag, and that I would prefer a personal handover so the potential buyer can make sure he or she isn't bothered by the scent or smell, whatever you want to call it. And it sold quite fast. Because there are not just Speedies out there like sand on the beach, but as well people that want to own a Speedy or two or several ones. By the time that smelly bag sold, there has already been yet another price increase at Louis Vuitton. So I was even able to get up somewhat more with the price, and it still was a good bargain. The buyer personally picked it up, and she wasn't bothered by the smell, or she just thought she's scoring a great bargain and that she would be able to get rid of the smell. Maybe she was, but I really tried a lot. Well, whatever it was, she was happy with that bag. and I was happy to have gotten one in even better condition. For years I sticked to that Speedy, but I didn't wear it. Because if I'm honest to myself, it is too big for me for such a unstructured bag for that size. And if you pack it to its full capacity, it can get so heavy, way too heavy to be just worn with the top handles without a shoulder strap for my personal liking. But I didn't sell it, because as I already told you, I want to have the Speedy trifecta. Crazy me. There were times when I got really tempted to buy yet another Damier Ebene Speedy. In the bandouliere version, and probably a smaller size this time, I was really eyeing the 25 size. I tried it on in stores several times, because unfortunately it's way harder to score a good preloved deal on the bandouliere versions, because there are not that many preloved ones out there, and the ones that are either in terrible condition or the price is very close to retail. So I got comfortable with the thought of getting one directly in store. Once we were on vacation in Italy and I was so ready to purchase that bag in Milano, but of course that day they didn't have one in stock. And somehow over time I somewhat lost my interest again in getting yet another Speedy, because the prices went up and my desire for that bag didn't grow equally. I had peace with my Speedy trifecta and I didn't keep actively hunting. But now something happened and I ended up purchasing another Speedy in Damier Ebene, my third one. Finally, the 25 size in the bandouliere version. The style I've been wanting for quite a while, and that I think will fit my lifestyle way better than that one. Even though it is a gorgeous bag, don't get me wrong, it's just too big, too unstructured and too heavy if used to its full potential. So sizing down would be probably the right thing for me to do with that bag. I wasn't searching for it, I wasn't planning it, but I spotted it. And the deal was so good that I had to give it a try. Unfortunately, by now it really is just a try. This is not an unboxing. I didn't receive my package yet. And if I'm completely honest, I'm not even that confident that I will receive it at all. But I'm not worried either. At least not worried for my money. But I would be quite disappointed if this purchase would end out not working, because I really would love to own that bag for that price point. But my expectations aren't too high, so we'll see. The hard facts about that bag that I might never get. I spotted it on Vestiaire Collective for €880, but it was immediately reduced to 823. So still listed on the newest section, but already reduced, which is somewhat strange to begin with. But sometimes I think some sellers do that, because then potential buyers immediately get that sale feeling. So they might put in a price they do not even want to ask for, and then as soon as the item gets listed already go down a little bit. But that is not even what I ended up paying. I think if the condition is really as listed and as it looked on the pictures, very good, the price already is quite good. But by the time I purchased that bag, Vestiaire was running an additional 10% off promotion. So that bag, which recently retails for €1,350, came to 740, which is nearly half of the price. So a very good deal. Maybe too good to be true, because the bandouliere version easily can sell for 900 or 1,000 or even more if the condition is very good. Taking a closer look at the seller's profile didn't make it any better, unfortunately. She only had sold 8 items by now in total. 1 a Michael Kors tote, so far so fine. 3 times it was the same listing of exactly the same Louis Vuitton bag charm, but at slightly different prices with months in between the sales. And once before she sold exactly the Speedy B in the 25 size that I just had purchased for €850. Same pictures, same description, sold only a few days prior. Oopsie! The other 3 items from the 8 in total that she had sold so far seem to have been sold quite a while ago, because they were not even visible anymore. Yeah, doesn't give the very best first impression, right? Well, I don't know the exact reasons why she relisted that bag charm 3 times and that bag twice. Maybe for the bag charm she thought she sold it too cheap and was trying step by step to raise the price. with not sending it when it was sold and then listing it again at a higher price, which is super annoying for the buyer, but it's not actually fraud, because at least the buyer's money is safe with Vestiaire Collective. They refund it after a period of some days when a seller doesn't send the item to them. Maybe in this case, some buyers chose direct shipping and the seller is just not comfortable with that. Maybe she doesn't want to send her items to an unknown person, being too scared that she herself might get scammed, and therefore she only wants to sell through Vestiaire Collective, sending them her item, getting it checked, and then it being sent to the buyer. Actually, that's the option I hope for, because I went for the authentication and check through Vestiaire Collective. So fingers crossed, that was the reason why she sold the bag charm 3 times and the bag twice. Another possibility, maybe that item is inauthentic and the seller hoped for direct shipping and hoped that this bag wouldn't get checked by Vestiaire Collective and that it would get bought by someone who's not that deep into the brand and would not be able to spot it. If that is the case, of course it would be terrible, but I should still be safe because I chose to get it checked by Vestiaire Collective, get it authenticated, and I myself would get it authenticated even if it passed the Vestiaire Collective check, because that seller isn't giving me the best feeling. But even going that route, my money would be safe, because they won't charge me if it is inauthentic. But we're already 8 days in, the day I'm filming, and the seller did not send the item to Vestiaire Collective yet. So possibly it really is an inauthentic item, and the seller was hoping for direct shipping, which I didn't choose. And since I didn't choose that shipping option, the seller didn't send it to Vestiaire Collective so that they won't spot it's inauthentic, and she rather gets the sale completely cancelled. Or she changed her mind, which she might have done 3 times before with the Louis Vuitton bag charm. Or she's just busy and late and she will still send my package and my bag, and I will be super lucky to get that bag. To be honest, my hopes are not too high anymore. Too much time has already passed. People that want to sell usually don't max out the period of time they have to ship an item, and probably in a few days Vestiaire Collective might inform me that the seller didn't ship the item, and therefore my purchase unfortunately has to get cancelled and my money refunded. Since I really wanted to have that bag, especially for that price point, I decided I'll give it a try. If I'm lucky, it will work out and I will get that bag that I wanted for so long in very good condition for a very good price. If I'm not lucky, in a few days I will get my refund. Well, actually it's not even a refund because I chose Klarna as the payment method. So I didn't pay anything yet, and I only even will have to pay as soon as I receive the bag. Of course, if it never gets shipped, I won't have to pay at all. I probably won't film an update video on this topic, because if the sale gets cancelled, there's nothing I could tell you more than what I already told you in this video about my thoughts on why that happened. So it would be nothing else than, damn, it didn't work out. I didn't get that bag. My payment got cancelled. What a pity. If I'm lucky and the sale goes through, you will find an unboxing of that Damier Ebene Speedy Bandouliere in the 25 size on my channel soon. But don't get your hopes up too high for me. I don't have them up high anymore. My gut feeling strongly tells me this deal was too good to be true and it probably will end up with a cancelled purchase. So this was just a little chit chat to get that topic off my chest. Thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you next time and bye! Or she just thought she's scoring a good... Or she just scored... And therefore she only... Or she just... Darling, it's not your fault. I should really use you more. You are beautiful, the way you are. If you're crazy for LV, I got you covered. Here is an entire playlist with everything about Louis Vuitton, unboxings, reviews, my thoughts on different collections. And there you can subscribe.